let me talk about how to design a healthy, robust, happy portfolio workplace system for you and your team. Let's start with the 4 benchmarks that make the system a success. So the first one is that the first benchmark is that it needs to be individualized, personalized, and tailored to the person's uniqueness. Otherwise, it doesn't bring lasting change. Number 2, the work roles need to be well defined and have clear objectives that align to the business's values, mission, vision, purpose, and goals. Number 3, we need to create a place for shared experiences, so a place where people can share their ideas, share their successes, and share their failures, because that's going to be really important when we experience setbacks, failures, and knockbacks, which we all do at some point in our career. And number 4, we need to be able to give constant feedback, rewards, and recognition, and these also need to be tailored to the person's uniqueness as well, because we all receive feedback very differently. Now, this is not an overnight success system. It's going to take some grit, it's going to take some vulnerability, it's going to take some humility, it's going to take some determination and desire, it's going to take perseverance, it's going to take some trial and error, it's going to take some self-reflection, it's also going to take some laughter, some fun, and some play along the way, as it's not sustainable. Now, you also need to bring 3 important elements to the design when you're putting your system together. Now, let me talk about these 3 elements. And when I'm talking about them, be thinking about where the biggest impact might be if you were to invest in these particular elements. So the first one of those elements is the experiences. So experiences are things like how you run your team meetings, how you conduct your professional development, how you conduct your performance reviews. It might even be your team building events, your social club. So creating well experiences for your team. The second element is the environment, so it is the ecology of the place. So it's the aesthetics, it is the ergonomics, it is providing all the facilities for to get the best out of your team. Might even get right down to the colours, or the colour scheme, or the layout of the office. And the third part of that is personality. So personality is how we express ourselves. It's how we believe the world sees us and how we see the world. And based on that beliefs, we create the experiences that we do for ourselves. So which one of those 3 do you think has the greatest impact on work and well-being? Well, the first of those is personality. If you said personality, you got it right. It accounts for 40 to 80%, depending on which research you're reading. But it creates the biggest impact in terms of lasting change, understanding ourselves, understanding where we thrive and where we don't, and being able to bring that to the table and work on that. Now, where do you think workplaces make the biggest investment? If you said environment, you're probably right. So we work on ecology and sort of physical work health and safety, making sure we've got that right. And that accounts for about 15% of well-being. And then workplaces might then invest in some of the creating good experiences for their staff as well. And that accounts for about 20 to 40% of well-being. So when you think about those elements, which one of those do you think you need to make your next investment in to get the biggest impact?